John here from Wild Power Sports to talk about one of our newest products, the Dome Light Kit for the Can-Am Maverick X3. You know, a lot of people consider the Maverick X3 the ultimate UTV for desert riding. I agree. We use this Maverick for pre-running. We just got back from the Baja 1000. We pre-ran most of the course on it. Awesome machine. Can-Am has thought of almost everything, but they skipped one very important thing, a dome light. At night, when you're in the cab, you drop your gloves, you can't see anything. We came up with a dome light kit for it using a factory switch, all plug and play, no electrical connections required, no needing to cut into wires on harnesses, nothing. Plugs right in and looks as factory as can be. Installs with almost no tools. It's a great setup, and I'm going to show it to you in just a minute. Okay, so we're sitting in our Can-Am Maverick X3, and what I want to show you first is the switch for the dome lights. We had the OEM switch manufacturer for Can-Am make us the switch to the Can-Am specs. So if you look at some of the other Can-Am switches, like the four-wheel drive switch, or the override, or sport mode, or even the genuine Can-Am accessory winch, our dome light switch is exactly the same. Works the same way too. I'm going to put the key in to show you. So when we put the key in and we press the start button, all the switches light up just like the dome light switch, exactly the same. When we turn the dome light on, just like anything else, that little, and you can see the light from it's pretty good. The light comes on the bottom just like any other Can-Am switch. Works very, very well. The other switches are for other things we have in here, like a light bar, and we have some Denari Pierce chase lights installed on the back. But let me show you inside the Can-Am, and this is with the light off. And can you turn the lights off, please, in this room so we can show them what it looks like? This is with the lights on in the room right now. Now, we got shut the lights off, but I'm going to turn on the dome light. Obviously, easy to see. The icon's visible. We're going to click it on, and it's night and day. It's extremely bright. Illuminates the entire cab very well, and the switch works as we showed you like any other Can-Am switch. Factory setup. If you want it to look just like everything else, it's as factory as you can get right there. So we're going to show you the parts of the dome light kit. First off, we have the dome light, of course. This is metal, not plastic. Has three very bright LEDs in it. We have the brackets that will secure the dome light to the Can-Am Maverick. We have the screws for that. We have the dome light switch, of course. Factory Can-Am style switch, exactly like the ones that come in the machine. And we have a harness, which we're really proud of because this harness is made by us especially for this application. Plug that goes into the switch, plugs in all at once, and this plug goes into your accessory connector. The only thing you have to connect is the wires from the harness to the dome light. In earlier kits, we gave crimp connectors. In the newer kits, we're trying out a new kind of connector that just twists on and requires no crimping to get it together. How to install the dome light kit on your Can-Am Maverick X3. First thing you want to do is get to the accessory connector. Now, this is our Maverick X3 we use for pre-running and that kind of thing. So we have a radio and an intercom installed, so it looks a little different, but it's the same thing. On yours, you're going to have two posts here in a little cubby area. Behind the cubby, there's going to be a black plastic piece. You're going to remove that to expose this harness right here. There will be this black connector. It will be plugged into a little white connector, which won't be going anywhere. It's just a placeholder. So you're going to unplug it and get that black connector free. Then you're going to get our wiring harness, and there is a connector on our wiring harness that will plug directly into this black connector. And I'm holding the camera, so it's a little bit difficult, but even with one hand, I can get it, and you just slide that in, and it'll click when you get it together, like that. Okay? You do that. Next thing you do, you want to mount your switch. You pick where you want to mount it. I like it at the last spot right in the dash here. So you're going to just pull out the empty placeholder that's in there. And that should be easy since you have access from the rear to push on the little clips. You're going to install the dome light switch in there. And on the back of the dome light switch, it has several connectors. You're not going to have to worry about that because our kit has a multi-pin connector that will plug right into the back of the switch. It also has this little clip that holds it in the switch. Now, I recommend breaking this off and not using it. Even through pre-running the whole Baja 1000 course, the connector did not slip off. And it makes it a lot easier to remove in the future if you got to get the switch out. So I recommend breaking that off. Up to you. Once that's done, all you have to do is route the cable up to where you want the dome light. Nice thing about the clamps that we use to attach it is that the Can-Am Maverick factory roll cage is all the same size tubing. So you could really install it anywhere you want on any tube, facing rear if you want, facing front, facing down like most of us would want it. I like to install it right there. And pretty straightforward, you just put the 2 clamps, put the 2 bolts through it, and hold your dome light. The only connection you do have to make is between the dome light and the harness, and there's 2 wires. It's very simple. You connect that to the 2 wires coming off the dome light, and that is it. No splicing any factory harnesses or anything. This uses crimp connectors on some kits. We are testing a new connector that doesn't require any tools, it just twists on. So you may get either one, but either way, that's all you have to connect, and you have a factory style dome light in your Can-Am Maverick X3.